Recently, there's been this controversy over certain actors and actresses, like Taylor Swift and Margot Robbie, who've been known for speaking out during the Me Too movement that are now starring in the new David O Russel film Amsterdam. David O Russel has been known for stuff such as abusing actors on set for his movies and did incest on his niece.
What?
Do you guys feel that these actors are being hypocritical for working with David O Russel, or do you believe there's more to it than we think?
I'm going to look this up.
Do you not know about look at the incest thing. So I was reading through his Wikipedia the other day.
Okay, the article, dailybeast.com, the article title is such a mouthful. Why has David O. Russell never answered for groping his trans niece? The fuck?
Yeah, that's the story. I read it like a week ago or so, trying to keep up with this.
Holy shit.
Oh, claiming she was, acting very provocative. What the fuck?
Yeah, really? Did you not know about this one?
Yeah, his niece.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's such a...
I've seen the clip of him, losing his shit on the set of I Heart Huckabees. I've seen that.
Oh, but that was funny, though. That was, hilarious. Like, when he walks out of the room, and then he runs in through the doorway on the set. That was fucking hilarious.
You're a fucking grown-up. Act like a grown-up. You're not a baby. You're a fucking grown-up. I'm here to fucking help you. That's all I was doing, was trying to help you figure out everything. You don't have to yell. You can talk to me. You don't have to yell. You can talk to me. Am I yelling? Do I fucking yell at you before right now? No. I never fucking yelled at you, you fucking say.
That was funny. I felt bad for the actors, though.
The thing about his niece, I've heard about the thing with his niece. I don't know about that as much. I didn't know his justification for it. That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. David O. Russell's an asshole, definitely.
19 at the time, had been visiting Russell and her mother at an embassy suites in Florida. The report states were working out together, and then when offered to help her with exercises and placed his hand on her abdomen to point out the muscle groups, various exercises engaged. He placed his hand right above her genitals, she said.
She filed something against him, right?
Slipped his hand under her shirt and felt both breasts. Okay, that's bad. That's very bad.
Yep.
This is what a piece of shit. What the fuck? I thought he was just like a angry boy, not a rapey boy.
When was that article published? The one you're reading from?
Let's see.
Because how new
2021.
is this? Oh.
June 2021. So I don't know when the police report was filed. In 2012.
Oh.
So yeah, this article is like a retrospective about why he's still an asshole, I guess.
Yeah, because I saw that clip of him, how he was behaving on set. And I just wanted to fill in the backstory of I guess he's an asshole or whatever, and difficult to work with.
Yeah, he's a big asshole.
Which is a notorious thing, and obviously in creative fields you're gonna have difficult people, but this, it seems like something else, on another level kind of thing.
It's crazy that this was out there, and then the Academy decided that he's their favorite director.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny. It's just the obligatory he makes a new movie and it gets a bunch of nominations thing, you know?
Yeah, he is a giant asshole.
That's so weird. They love pedophiles. I guess that wasn't pedophilia, that was incest.
Was that after Silver Linings? What was the one that ushered all that in?
Silver Linings Playbook. Yeah, well, I like that movie.
Was it American Hustle or Silver Linings first?
Whichever.
Yeah, I remember.
Hustle?
I think it was Silver Linings came first, right? I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
David O. Russell, my Jimmies.
Well, he's made a lot of good movies, you know.
Yeah, 5 Oscar noms. Oh yeah, I forgot about The Fighter.
Yeah.
We can put him on the list now with Woody Allen and Bryan Singer and Brett Ratner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Holy shit.
The Fighter was his first, Oscar-y movie, I think. Yeah.
Silver Linings, I think, got some stuff,
The Fighter came before... Yeah. The Fighter was 2 Oscar noms, and then Silver Linings came out, and then American Hustle. And then, I think even Joy got an Oscar nom.
Yeah, Joy, which was not very good
what
movie.
The fuck? Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, God, I forgot about that as well.
I was thinking about that movie. Yeah, I was thinking about that movie the other day.
And that was the last thing he directed. So literally every single movie from The Fighter, 1, 2, 3, the 4 movies in a row, just like Oscar nominations, just because. Or maybe the Academy was more like, we like Jennifer Lawrence, and he just keeps putting her in his movies. Maybe that was like part of it.
Mm-hmm. That too.
Yeah,
I do like a lot of those. I haven't seen The Fighter. I like Silver Linings. I think American Hustle's okay. It's not great. It's like a bit of a mess.
Yeah, that's what I remember, is it just being kind of all over the place.
I just gotta get some more into the question of like, as far as the actors working with him, I think it's a very difficult position. Like you want to be in good stuff, you know? And like the director, and it's just hard to be in like a good role and get a good film.
American Hustle was nominated for 10 Oscars.
Yeah. 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 I feel like it's very difficult.
I remember enjoying it, but...
I liked it just fine. I feel like if I was in that position of like, Ralph, you could be in like the next Woody Allen film. Like you could, that would be a hard choice. Like, or I don't know, any like director who's like had some complicated, like if anyone got an offer to be in a Roman Polanski movie, you would have to think about it. I do think there's like this. It's not so black and white.
Yeah, well, it always goes back to this artist thing.
It's not so like an actor's really thinking about their career and being in great films, and you know, it's definitely a balance. It's definitely a hard thing to think about. I don't think there's a clear-cut answer for it. Like, you know, if Louis C.K. offered, like, Ralph, you could be in my new movie, you know, it's like Louis C.K. He made Horace and Pete, and he made like,
I don't agree with
films that have an audience.
I don't agree with lumping in Louis C.K. with the others in this. I think that his crime was notably not as bad as the incest.
He's not a rapist. Yeah, he's just an asshole. I don't think he's like a total.
I'm comfortable with Louis C.K. being shamed for what he did and then just moving on, and he's not going to do it again. And hopefully, like, I'm comfortable with that scenario of we're all like, dude, that was fucking stupid. You're a dumbass. That was wrong. Like. Yeah,
this is more than he's abusing his power. He's like, he knows he's like a famous comedian. He abuses his position to, like, I don't know, jerk off in front of
getting off on
women. Like that's
it's
you know, I would never do something like that.
It's creepy,
you know, and most people wouldn't, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's very creepy. It's taking advantage of your power, and you know. In that way, it's similar to like what these other guys are doing. It's obviously just much more extreme example. Like he didn't rape anyone like Harvey Weinstein did, but it's that same kind of mentality where you think you're like above other people, more specifically above women. You think you can like mistreat them for their career.
I think he probably just had a humiliation fetish and told himself stories. Like, because apparently what happened was like he would have women in his room or wherever, like, invite them back and just be like, hey, want to watch me jerk off? As like, and they think it's a joke, and then he just actually does it. And then, like, if correct me if I'm wrong, like, I don't know if any of them were like, no, ew, put it away, or like told him to stop. Like, I don't know if that ever happened, and he just didn't stop. I don't think that was a scenario.
Well, right, because you could say it's because he's famous.
Yeah, and it's still wrong.
Challenge him.
Yeah.
It's still wrong, and it's still like, dude, you shouldn't do, like, it doesn't matter if it's the whole people saying like, well, if she didn't say no, it's okay. Like, no, it's still wrong. You shouldn't do that, right? But I think that it's a quite a few degrees away from Polanski, Woody Allen, David O. Russell. Like, yeah, I'm not comfortable putting them in the same
they literally
category.
Like rape children.
Is what I'm saying.
Sure. Sure. CK came out around like a lot of that news was around the same time as Harvey Weinstein. He did get like lumped into
It was in the big Me Too thing.
Yeah, he was part of like that Me Too. I don't think he's as bad as like, definitely those other people.
I'm comfortable that he still has a career. I don't think he deserves to not have
that
a
casting
career
couch mentality and like, like having power over women and like abusing them sexually like that is not okay.
It's 100% not okay. So like under the condition that he never fucking does that again, then I'm fine with him.
Yeah, just because it's not illegal doesn't mean it's like a morally good thing. Like that's completely fucked up thing to do with like your position and fame. And now he's less famous because of it. And he deserves that because he clearly can't handle it. You know, it's not even a diss toward him. He can't handle those relationships.
Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me in the ass, but I can believe that he stopped doing
I can't even listen to him anymore. I can't listen to his comedy.
I think he's still funny.
I'll see his new film.
yeah?
Eventually. Yeah, but I can't even listen to him. I think he's just such a piece of shit.
I really liked his HBO show back in the day.
I'll still listen to him.
Louis.
Oh yeah, in his prime, I thought he was like one of my favorite comedians. But after that, I'm just like, I can't even listen to him. I can't laugh at him. I think he's just so disgusting. It's like again, like that casting couch mentality. Like I don't make films to like have sex with actresses or whatever. I make films because I want to make films. Like I want to I want to express myself or what. I don't make films to abuse people. Like it's so shitty. It's so disgusting. Like. And that mentality, like that's what people think films are, especially in Hollywood. And it's because of people like that. And like, other people who do the same thing. There's definitely people, who aren't that bad. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to look into the allegations more, maybe. Like,
yeah, definitely there's worse examples. Roman Polanski is a worse example. Bryan Singer, like those people are pieces of shit. Like, yeah. But as far as like the acting thing, like obviously he has a new movie out. People still work with Louis C.K. Like Nick DiPaolo's in his new movie or whatever. Like if you want to be in a good role and be in a good movie, there's something much more complicated there than just like, okay, this person's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's like part political, it's part like career moves.
You want to be in a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what is Emma Watson doing? Like Emma Watson should be in a high profile film. She's not doing anything. Since Harry Potter, she hasn't done anything. She did Bling Ring and she did like Perks of Being a Wallflower. And has she been in any film recently? She was in The Circle, which was like total shit.
In like Beauty and the Beast, wasn't she, with Disney?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I'm sure the director of The Circle is a nice guy. I mean, maybe not, but like, that's, you don't want to be in a bad film either. That's what I mean. It's a fucking balance.
She hasn't been in anything since 2019 for Little Women, which...
Oh, Little Women, that's right.
That was a big movie. She's still in big stuff. She's still... But, like, yeah, nothing announced for a while,
yeah,
actually.
She needs to make smart career moves, yeah. And, like, working with David O Russell, I mean, maybe she didn't know about this shit at the time.
She was in Noah.
You don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's weird. I don't think it's so black and white. I think, like we've said before, like there's all those actors who signed the petition to defend Woody Allen.
Yeah,
Roman Polanski, I think, right?
Or Roman Polanski, sorry, not Woody Allen.
It was Polanski.
Yeah, they're all like the same to me at this point. And, it's like because these guys are important directors. They've made great films. Roman Polanski's made Rosemary's Baby and Chinatown, and Woody Allen's made Manhattan and Annie Hall, and like this like where you're not going to work with the director of Annie Hall. There's something going on there that's much more complicated than I think people who aren't like artistically minded or not thinking about that kind of thing or their reputation or their career or like they're not even savvy.
You're not going to work with the director of Jeepers Creepers. That guy's like, yeah, he went to prison for like pedophilia.
Oh really? Jeepers
and
Creepers?
He's back and he's making movies, I think. Yeah, the Jeepers Creepers director. He's like he's not as common of a talking point as like because he's never made a good movie.
Yeah, there's bad directors too. Yeah.
Yeah, Victor Salva, like went to jail for pedophilia, and now he's like, is he coming back?
Back at it.
Yeah, he's making movies again.
Another Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, I wouldn't put my career on the line for that guy, but for like someone like Roman Polanski, maybe
got to be in the new Jeepers Creepers movie.
You just don't know unless you're that actor in that position, making that decision.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's just it. And there's a reason high profile actors are still in these things.
Imagine the conversations with like producers and like perhaps even distributors in studios that are getting like, they're all like small scale for the movies that he's making now, but they're getting behind him and they have to know about this. And so they're making a calculated decision in terms of like, okay, so we can make this with this director and people watching the film will be ignorant enough about who it's made by that we can do this with no issues. I think that that's kind of funny because it's like, well, what is he bringing talent to is he like that talented that you're willing to take that risk? Like you can't get anyone else to like take on, like, are you just friends with him and you're just trying to give him a job? Like I'm interested in what dynamics are taking place
He's
here.
clearly got some cachet. Like they're selling Amsterdam, like the poster is just like the cast basically in big like white font, just like who is in it. So there must be something going on there. It's not in big letters like David O. Russell. It's more just like De Niro's in here, Mike Myers is in here, Zoe Saldana,
Rami Malek
is in here, Rami Malek, yeah,
Mike Myers.
So I guess they just know that all those actors' cachet like kind of overpowers the creepiness.
Look at all these huge people. Wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit. Can't believe
it. Polanski has a new film coming out too. Polanski has a new film.
Yeah, he never stopped.
Mickey Rourke.
Oh, Mickey Rourke?
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
Mickey Rourke's going to be in it. 2023. It's called The Palace. Mm-hmm. And like Kevin Spacey too. He's got a new film coming out. I saw the trailer. It looks like total shit. But
yeah,
that was funny.
Awful.
Like these people, they're not going to stop working. Like unless they're in jail, obviously. Like they're just going to keep doing their thing. Like
yeah, which is weird because so a lot of these people we're talking about are just so unbelievably rich that you could just retire and have a good life. And it's kind of interesting that they're so passionate about what they're doing that they need to keep doing it, or they feel like they need to be in the spotlight more because they're narcissists.
Yeah, exactly. What's the motivation?
One or the other, but you never know.
It could be a mix of both.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It could definitely be a mix of both.
Yeah, they do sometimes go hand in hand.
They do feel they're so talented, they need to offer their talent to like the world. Or yeah.
John Cleese.
That's the thing about like just the entertainment industry. Like it's like a different breed of human almost. Once you're in that world and you are a Margot Robbie or whatever, you're like half human, half like product.
Yeah.
So like how do you even balance this stuff while thinking about ethics, while thinking about your career, while thinking about it's just like a nightmare.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. You have to think about like the morality of it, but there's also just all these other things going on that are so much more complicated that, people not in that position aren't thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to not be in it and comment.
I can definitely sympathize with to a certain extent. I don't think I would ultimately like be in a movie from someone who I just so despise, but like,
yeah, there's
definitely something there that is to be thought about.
Yeah, I find it more like strange when it's like Taylor Swift is like specifically on this poster and like in this movie. I don't really consider her like an actor the same way I do a Margot Robbie. So I question the motivation in a different way. Like she was also in Cats or whatever. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.